We're kicking this off with a story that has the hip-hop world talking, because one of Memphis's most talked about rappers, Finesse 2Tymes, has just been arrested again, this time in Texas, on a long list of serious charges that could change everything for his career. Yes, the rapper-born Ricky Hampton was taken into custody in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and booked on multiple drug-related charges, evidence tampering, and other offenses, 8 counts in total. This comes just weeks after a previous run-in with law enforcement, and now fans everywhere are asking, what's going on with Finesse 2Tymes? How serious are these charges? Could this derail his music career entirely? In today's video, we're breaking down exactly what happened, what Finesse has said in response, the history leading up to this moment, and how it could impact his future. Let's get into it.
And they got me for an ounce of weed and 4 pills. So that's what's going on, man. Quit letting these folks tell y'all all this old lame man. I got caught with an ounce of weed and 4 pills. You bitches don't think I'm supposed to make bond? Man, you don't like me, don't you, man?
Before we get into the legal drama, we need to understand who Finesse 2Tymes really is and why people care so much about his story. Finesse 2Tymes, whose real name is Ricky Hampton, is a rapper from Memphis, Tennessee. He's known for his raw, energetic delivery and street-inspired lyrics, and he's built a solid fan base over the last few years with hits like Back In that helped establish his reputation in Southern hip-hop. According to his profile, he signed with major labels including Atlantic and Mob Ties, and his music has reached the Billboard charts in the past, especially through social media virality. But his path hasn't been smooth. Long before his recent arrests, Finesse 2Tymes had a complicated legal history that included federal prison time earlier in his life for weapons charges and other issues. He's been open in interviews and in his music about his struggles with the law, and many fans saw him as someone who was turning things around by putting out music and staying focused on success. Because of his past, any new legal trouble quickly becomes a major talking point in the hip-hop community. Let's break down exactly what went down in Texas. On October 20th, 2025, Finesse 2Tymes was arrested in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and booked into Harrison County Jail. Law enforcement alleged that he was in possession of a variety of illegal substances, alongside other serious accusations. The charges against him are extensive, and they include 4 counts of possessing a controlled substance, possession of less than 2 ounces of marijuana, possession of a dangerous drug, introducing a prohibited substance into a correctional facility, tampering with or fabricating physical evidence. These aren't simple traffic citations or minor fines. Some of these counts are felony-level offenses that could carry significant penalties if proven in court. The allegation about introducing prohibited substances into a correctional facility and tampering with evidence are particularly serious because they imply an attempt to interfere with an investigation or to evade law enforcement procedures. Those counts alone could add years of legal exposure beyond basic possession. After processing and booking, Finesse 2Tymes reportedly posted bond and was released from the Harris County Jail. But the charges remain active as the legal system moves forward with the case. You might be wondering why this arrest has drawn so much attention. First, it's not just 1 or 2 simple drug charges. Finesse 2Tymes is facing multiple counts from different penalty groups, which means authorities have accused him of possessing a wide variety of substances, potentially ranging from marijuana and pills to harder drugs like ecstasy or opioids. Second, some of the charges involve tampering with evidence and possessing prohibited items while in custody, of all things. That suggests law enforcement believes he may have been trying to hide or destroy items during the investigation, which carries far heavier penalties than basic possession. And third, this arrest comes on the heels of an earlier legal problem just a few weeks prior, where he and the mother of his child, known online as FNG Sugar, were arrested during a traffic stop in Smith County, Texas. At that time, authorities found marijuana and a number of pills in the vehicle, which resulted in both of them being charged with possession. So for fans and critics alike, this second arrest in such a short span of time raises questions about whether this is an isolated mistake or part of a larger pattern. This isn't Finesse 2Tymes' first brush with the legal system, and that background matters when we talk about the seriousness of these charges. Earlier in his life, Ricky Hampton served time in federal prison for weapons charges that stemmed from a nightclub shooting incident around 2017. He pled guilty to being a felon in possession of a firearm and was sentenced to several years before his release in 2022. After getting out, he worked to build his music career, and many fans saw that as a redemption arc, someone who paid his dues and came out ready to succeed. But he's also been involved in other legal trouble over the years, including a civil lawsuit tied to an Atlanta shooting where his former driver alleged negligence and trauma from an incident after a show. That lawsuit claimed that Hampton failed to provide adequate security and that someone was injured as a result. In early 2025, he was also accused in a separate case of making terroristic threats against a guardian of a young boy named King. Those charges were ultimately dismissed by prosecutors who said there wasn't enough evidence. so by the time this current Texas arrest happened, his legal history was already substantial, which is why fans and industry watchers saw this latest development as more serious than a random headline. After the news of his arrest spread online, Finesse 2Tymes didn't stay silent. Following his release, he took to social media and shared a message with fans to address what happened and how he was feeling. According to reports, he posted his mugshot along with a caption talking about accountability, personal growth, and not hiding behind public relations or money. In his message, he seemed to acknowledge that he had to face the consequences of his actions while also speaking on faith and resilience. He pushed back against claims that the substances involved were hard drugs, indicating that some of the charges were linked to vape products containing THC, and denied that he was living a reckless lifestyle. He also stressed that this was part of his journey and that he was learning through adversity. For many fans, that sounded like someone trying to take responsibility and remain honest rather than hiding or deflecting. Naturally, the internet got loud as soon as the news broke. Some fans were quick to defend Finesse 2Tymes, saying that because he's been open about his past struggles and redemption, people should give him grace and support his efforts to grow. Others were concerned, pointing out that repeated run-ins with law enforcement don't look good for someone trying to build a long-lasting career. There were also people discussing the nature of the charges, debating what tampering with evidence really means and how that charge could affect his legal outcome. Many fans pulled up clips of past interviews or songs where he talked about life lessons, using those moments as context for their support. Some critics even questioned whether his success was overshadowing the seriousness of the charges and debated how the rap world tends to react differently to legal troubles compared to other industries. The reactions range from supportive to skeptical, and that's common when a public figure's legal situation gets complicated. Let's take a quick look at why these charges matter from a legal standpoint. Drug possession and marijuana charges may seem straightforward, but when they're layered with tampering with evidence and bringing prohibited substances into a correctional facility, the stakes change dramatically. Tampering with evidence usually means someone is accused of trying to hide, destroy, or alter material that's part of a criminal investigation. In many states, that charge on its own can carry significant penalties because it suggests someone was attempting to interfere with justice. And the charge involving prohibited items in a correctional facility is not just about possession. It's about bringing substances into a place where they are strictly forbidden. That offense can be treated separately and often carries its own set of consequences. When you add all of those counts together, it creates a layered legal situation that could take time for lawyers and courts to sort through. Because Finesse 2Tymes has been booked on 8 counts total, his legal team will likely need to fight each one, and the outcome could involve anything from fines to probation to possible jail time, depending on how the case unfolds. Now let's talk about what this means for Finesse 2Tymes' career. At face value, legal trouble like this can slow down momentum. Touring plans, collaborations, label support, music videos, and publicity can all be impacted while a case is ongoing. But hip-hop history has shown that artists can come back from legal setbacks if they handle themselves right, if they take accountability, stay focused, and use their platform to show growth. Some rappers have navigated legal issues and come out stronger on the other side. Others have seen their careers stall because the charges overshadowed their art. So the critical thing for Finesse 2Tymes right now is how he manages this period publicly and personally, how he approaches his music, how he interacts with fans, and how he works with his legal team to resolve the case. This isn't the first time we've seen a rapper's personal life become headline news, and it certainly won't be the last. Hip-hop has always been intertwined with real-life struggles, legal battles, and stories of redemption. Fans love authenticity, but they also expect accountability. Artists from every era, from the pioneers to today's stars, have had to navigate public scrutiny and legal obstacles while trying to maintain their careers. What makes Finesse 2Tymes' situation especially notable is the combination of success, legal history, and recent visibility in the industry. His fans see him as someone who turned his life around once, and now they're watching closely to see if he can do it again. To recap, Finesse 2Tymes, the Memphis rapper born Ricky Hampton, was arrested in Texas on multiple drug-related charges and evidence tampering. He faces a total of 8 counts, some of which carry serious legal implications. He posted bond and was later released, but the case is ongoing. He responded on social media by acknowledging the situation and talking about growth and learning from mistakes. Fans and critics alike have weighed in, with reactions ranging from supportive to skeptical. Legally, this could play out in many ways, and the rapper's career could be impacted depending on how the case moves forward. Right now, the world is watching to see if Finesse 2Tymes can navigate this challenging chapter and come out still standing, both in life and in hip-hop. What do you think about the Finesse 2Tymes arrest? Do you believe this will hurt his career long-term, or can he bounce back? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on this story. We'll keep you in the loop as this case continues to unfold.
And They got me for an ounce of weed and 4 pills. So that's what's going on, man. Quit letting these folks tell y'all all this old lame ass, man. I got caught with an ounce of weed and 4 pills. You bitches don't think I'm supposed to make bond? Man, you don't like me, don't it, man?